Israel Shalom. You are now tuned in to Yash Kael. This right here is going to be my first video. So this first video that I'm about to release to you is going to be my bear witness and my testimony just as well. You know, we sit around, and then we sit around for a long time, and then we always say, oh, we're stressed out. We suffer from anxiety. We suffer from stress. We suffer from ADHD. But then in all actuality, them symptoms only come up to the children that's running from God. So, you know, I bear witness and testimony that I no longer have anxiety or any stress or any feelings of urgency because I admit that I was running from God. Now, this right here, what I'm presenting to you is what, you know, everybody talks about the Bible, and then everybody talks about the book of Revelation, and everybody talks about the end times. But then the Bible said that my spirit shall pour out into the earth, and their knowledge shall increase. So, you know, everybody got their interpretations of the Bible, but nobody's going to have the interpretations that the 144,000 have. The interpretations of what the elect might have, or the way the elect may see things. So basically speaking, you know, sometimes, you know, people wonder why they see certain people in the streets, or they see certain people cheat death, or certain people cheat life in jail, and then, you know, they put it upon themselves to question, you know, why is these people still here, or why is this person still here, why this female is still here, why this male is still here. But, you know, in the same token, nobody never looks at the scripture and say that he's going to bring his people from out the dirt. You know, everybody had their chance to live. And everybody had their chance to live by our people as far as a nation. But the whole thing about it is that there was a time that we did live as a nation. And then, you know, being an elect, you would have certain gifts and certain attributes, and then you would have certain visions, and then you would realize that in some form or fashion that the Most High picked those who was, should I say, here before? Or should I say that he picked those who was here with him since the beginning of the foundation? So, you know, it says study to show thyself approved. So I said, let me study to show myself approved. Study to show myself approved. So I kept studying and studying and studying. Then I started doing background check. I started doing ancestry check. Then I started looking at colonizations. Then I started looking at civilizations. And then I started placing myself where the Hebrew Israelites was placed. And then I also placed myself where the Hebrew Israelites fled from. And I also placed myself in a position of people in biblical times where nobody know where they ended up at. Now, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing gonna go right. Ain't nothing gonna go right until we admit that we are a nation. We tried everything but to admit that we are a nation, but we keep talking the nation of Israel. But we don't run around and then declare that we want a nation. Now, what I'm saying to you is, you know, Daniel said, if the tree ain't right, strip it of its leaves and then cut it down to the stump. But then when you cut the tree down to the stump, you're going to realize that you're cutting it down to the root foundation. So when you realize that you're cutting the tree down to the stump and then you cut it down to the root foundation, you will realize that we was called many names. So the many names that we was called is Negro, nigger, colored, African American, Niger, wahoodi, Yahudi, Judah, Judeans, Shemites. So when you take everything back to the root foundation and then you look, you will see him as the father of everything black, but not the negroes. So when you look at Japheth, you will see that Japheth is the father of the Russian and the Chinese, which is Gog and Magog. But then when you look at Shem, it says Shem is the progenitor of the Negroes, the Hebrews, and the Israelites. So if Shem is the progenitor, you will notice that David came from the line of Shem. You will notice that Abraham came from the line of Shem. And then you will notice that Jesus Christ came from the line of Shem, from the root of Jesse. So when you look at the definition of Shem, it means renown. So it's the men of renown. It means baby. It means child. So when I took my time to look at these things, and then I looked up who Shem was, it says Shem went to heaven and earth, for which he chose. God gave us the gift to go to heaven and earth, to which he chose. We call the men of renown because Shem name is also Sam. Shem name is also Melchezedek. Shem name is also Shu. Shem name is also Shemsu. Shem name is all 7 continents. Shem is the one who Ham dwelt in the tents of, because it said that Ham shall dwell in the tents of, it said Shem shall dwell in the tents of Japheth, Japheth dwells in the tents of Shem. And then it said that Ham will be a servant to Shem. That's how we ended up being in the land of Egypt. So when you break it down to the root of the foundation, you will look at Abraham, and you will see that Abraham left the land of earth. And when Abraham left the land of earth, he walked. And he left the disaster just in time. And he ended up in the land of Canaan. We can never find out who we are because they never give us the history of who we are. But then when you look, and then you will see that they always said to us, Asiatic black man, but we've never seen a black man from Asia. So what point in time it happened? From the beginning of time. When Shem arrived in Asia, built the tents with Japheth and came down. Then he ended up coming down into the Middle East. And when he ended up coming down into the Middle East, he ended up having his sons, which is the land of Elam, which is the land of Aram, where the Aramaic language came from, the land of Asar, where Assyrians came from, and the land of Arphax and the land of Lud. All of that was in the Middle East, Mesopotamia, ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, or whatever the case that you may want to call it. Around the time of Enki, Enlil, Lindel, Nilshag, all of that New Age talk from Zechariah Stitching. That right there is in Sumer, but that's Babylonian people. When you look for Hebrews, you gotta look for the children of Aram. You gotta look for the children of Asar, and then you gotta look for the children of Lud, and you gotta look for the children of Arphax. Shem is the one who got the priesthood. So that means that the Most High gave the priesthood to the negroes. It was only one high priest. And in the book of Revelation talk about the men of renown. And then this is the day and age that we are. So I like to present myself as Yash Kael because I had to rename my name from the name that I was. And then I'm here to present myself to you to let you know that I am after him who was sent after John, even though John said that he was before him since the beginning of foundation, because Jesus Christ was with the Lord in the beginning, and then the angels was with him in the beginning just as well. And then the angels was the ones that rejoiced and said that Adam was good when he was created. But some of them angels is here on earth today. And the name of an angel is a messenger. And then some of us have to admit that we was with God in the beginning and rejoice with him since the beginning. Because we the one who came back to save our people, and then we are the ones who the 144,000. So in the same token, you gotta pray and harness the power so that you can inherit and embody that spirit, so that you can be one of the elect. If you know deep down in your soul that it's meant for you to save people. I'm here to save people. I'm here, and then the Most High appointed me to others, and there's 144,000 people that has appointed to these people in this time and the time and the time and a half. And then the time and the time and the time and a half is another subject that I will relate to y'all sooner or later to let you know about the 50th Jubilee from the death of Martin Luther King from 1968 to 2018, where the spiritual awakening started coming forth. And then Malcolm X was the other time, 3 years later, 3 years before to be exact. And then the time and a half was John F. Kennedy. So now that the 50th Jubilee had arrived in 2018, we finally awoke. And then my next segment, I'm going to speak to you about the woman clothed in the sun, moon, and the stars. And then I'm going to speak to you about the 12 tribes of Israel. Brothers and sisters, it ain't no time left. There's no time left. I came from the streets and then the Holy Spirit woke me up in less than 8 seconds. So there's plenty of y'all running. And then those that's running is holding this thing up. Let's get our kingdom in the name of the Father and Son and the Holy Spirit. May peace be unto you, and amen.